You will get 5 days to fix the case, 5 days to repair it because it's full of errors. And yes, it is fake. It is fabricated. They translated things from English back to Romanian, back to English that read in a way that no English person would ever speak. So yes, the evidence was fabricated. So case one has been thrown out. Case two is going to be thrown out. I'm soon going to be completely free to travel anywhere I like. And I guess you're just going to have to melt down. I don't know. I don't know where you get your information from, but I know things you don't. I'm going to be free very, very soon. And you can continue posting about me and calling me a human trafficker all you like. All of these women have come to knock at my house. When I'm walking out in town, they wave at me and I have to walk the other way because I'm not allowed to talk to them. They all message me, call me, say, I can't wait till your case is over. I can't wait to meet up. Nobody has ever been human trafficked by me. It's nonsense. I'm going to be free very, very soon. I know things you don't. This is all going away. Like the first case has gone away. You know what? At least be honest. At least be intellectually honest. Because if the first case had been sent to trial, if they said this evidence is good, this file is good, it's now going to trial, you would be celebrating and jumping up and down. Look, the evidence was great. It's going to trial. But when they said this evidence is garbage, we're throwing this case away. Now you're telling me that the case hasn't been thrown away. You're telling people the case hasn't gone away. It has gone away and it's never going to trial. Why can't you at least take the L? I know that you don't know me and my life is all you care about and my life is your entire online identity. However, be intellectually honest and say, okay, well, the first case was bullshit and it's not going to trial. If Romania convicted me of murder tomorrow, murder and drug dealing tomorrow, I would still be eligible to sue the Romanian state for the last 2 years of my life that they've wasted because the first case was actually thrown away. And you can live in your fantasy land where you think that this first case is somehow still existing, but it simply isn't. I'm going to be free very soon. You can mark my words, and it's going to be fucking hilarious. The first thing I'll do is check all of your accounts.
Yeah, let me reply to that. I've seen the judicial motivations. The only evidence that was removed from the case was 4 statements. All the other evidence passed.
The whole case has been thrown away. The whole case has
was
been
not
thrown
thrown
away.
away, Tristan. Let me speak,
100% of
sir.
the evidence has been thrown
Tristan,
away.
stop
No,
lying.
100%
Jesus.
of the evidence has been thrown
Nonsense.
away.
Wait. Let Tristan.
Yeah,
Murder asked the question. Let Tristan answer without anyone interrupting. And Tristan, a question many people are asking: do you have any extradition cases, or is there any risk of any extradition cases in the UK? Because a lot of people were saying, how can you get a political party in the UK when there's possible cases that you can be extradited for? Can you just confirm that position? But no one interrupt. Allow a civil, respectful, rational conversation to occur.
If you have a 700 plus goal.
Thank you. Tristan, I think it was a double mute.
Yeah, Tristan, do you want to unmute? It just takes a while. Go ahead, brother.
This question gets them quiet. Jeez.
No, it's just the mute, I think, happens quite a
Oh, it's connecting.
Yeah, Tristan, you there? Okay, hold on. I think Tristan.
So while we're waiting for Tristan, I would love to ask Tristan this. Tristan, my DMs are open. My DMs are open, or you can post this publicly. Post the actual document that says the case was dismissed. Because the document that I have, and listen, feel free to correct me, brother. Correct me if I am wrong. Listen, if I'm giving wrong information, you fucking correct me. Show me the documents. Because the document that I have says the file was sent back to the prosecutor. And out of all
Murder, you cut out. But in the meantime, we can go to Gadget while Murder has put his thoughts. So Gadget, you want to put your thoughts forward?
Yeah, gee.
For Tristan, if you'll come up.
I guess I'll start a question. If he's listening or comes up, we'll see if he does. But the question I have, I mean, why is he lying like a child? Why won't these boys just be men and grow up? But I wanted to point to a specific lie. He was on the Michael Franzese podcast around the middle of last year, and he was specifically talking about his incitement to violence charge. And he told Michael Franzese that this was simply him laughing with his girlfriend and saying, I'm going to kick your ass.
Why?
Where
I've got an extra charge. I've got one for inciting violence. So essentially telling people to go beat people up and stuff, not beating them up myself, but telling people to. Mm-hmm. And my inciting violence charge, I'm going to tell you that all the evidence against me, right? A friend of mine, a female friend of mine, told me a story on WhatsApp where she got into an altercation, pushing and pulling kind of altercation with another girl. The event had already happened. And afterwards, because it's WhatsApp, and, you know, I talked to her, so I've known her 10 years, like I'll talk to a friend of mine. I went, ha, 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 yeah, real funny, kick her ass. That's it. That's why I am charged with the incitement of violence against others, because an event had already taken place. I laughed about it and said, kick her ass, when these two girls, I heard they were pushing and pulling each other over some nonsense, clothes or something. I don't know what it was.
Whereas the text messages pulled from his devices very clearly show him telling Georgiana about a girl that didn't want to make pornography for him anymore. Throw this girl out the house, hit her if you have to. You've seen me do this 100 times or 10 times, whatever number it was. See her respond saying okay, and then afterwards seeing her responding saying that she's done the job, and there's obviously evidence of Georgiana physically assaulting this woman at his demand. So I'm very curious about this specific lie. Why they preach, I guess, taking ownership as men, and as I do. So I don't know why he would lie about that in such a way. He could have just ignored that topic, since it's a very clear, in my opinion, example of evidence of a crime. But he may not come back.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I want to continue. I got the space crash on me. I want to say this, Tristan, I know you're listening. Andrew, I know you're listening. Show me the documents that show me your case was dismissed. Show me the documents where you've got all the girls saying you didn't do anything, because the documents that I have says that multiple women are ready to testify against you. They've already given statements against you, that your case was simply sent back to the prosecutor to fix these issues. He's rewriting the indictment. You're under judicial control for the first case. The case has not been dismissed, but prove me wrong. Post it publicly or send me the document. Prove us wrong, because the documents that I have say something completely different. Listen, if I've got this wrong, Tristan, show me the actual documents, because I can get a copy of that document that you show me to confirm it's real, and I will champion you. If I've got this wrong, I will go in your corner and I will turn my entire account around and say, oh my God, I've got the wrong set of documents. Here's what's actually happening. Until you do that, until you can do that, or post them publicly, until you can do that, man, the documents that I have that have come, because you said, I don't know where you get your information from. I get my information directly from the Bucharest court. I get my information directly from the Bucharest court, where you make your statements, your lawyers make your statements, where you literally cried to the judge and said that the indictment was made public and it was ruining your life. That statement is literally by you in a document, and I posted it. So, brother, listen, prove me wrong, post the documents publicly, send them to me privately. My DMs are open because I have not blocked you. You've blocked me and Andrew blocked me, but you're not blocked. I'm open to discussion.
Ask him questions
So,
about, you know,
Well, I mean, he dropped, bro. I
Islamist
mean, I
comment and
would
all that
have,
stuff.
he
a hundred
dropped.
percent. I wanted to ask him questions about, you know, him
Islam
combining
first,
Islam and
yeah,
crime,
before
but
this.
unfortunately, he
Yeah,
didn't
let
have
me
the opportunity to. He dropped out of his own
Mhm.
volition. So if he
Anyways,
wants to
yeah,
come
Yeah,
yeah,
he
up, he
whatever.
dropped
can.
out. And let me be very clear about something, guys. I have documentation from the Bucharest court to back up everything I'm saying. He's been lying to his entire fan base and to the entire world. The first case was not dismissed. The prosecutor is rewriting the indictment. He's under house arrest for allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old girl. I've got documentation. We get him from the Bucharest court. He's lying. He's such a crybaby, and this is why he ran out of the space. He's trying to get a judge to sign a subpoena to get my private information here on X and get my private DMs. He's literally paying lawyers to
But Murder
screenshot
Crab,
my
if that
posts.
was true, if he slept with a
Literally.
15-year-old, wouldn't he be in jail right now? Wouldn't he be
He's under house
actually?
arrest. He's under house arrest. That's close
Well,
enough.
he has a lot of
Yeah, I
cases.
just put up in the nest, by the way. If you swipe all the way over, I put up the subpoena that they're trying to get a judge to sign, because these guys are such crybabies that they're trying to silence me because I'm sharing their court documents. So if you don't believe me, there's the document up in the nest. I just want
What
to
if he
point
sues
out.
you and then
I
he
just
wins the
wanted to
case?
point out.
What if he sues you? What you're gonna do by
Well,
then
if he
for
sues me up, yeah. So here's the
yeah,
thing: actual malice is the standard for a celebrity. They're celebrities, okay? If they're suing you for defamation, defamation is it only has a case if it's false. I haven't shared anything that's false. I'm sharing information coming directly from the Bucharest court. I'm not.
well,
I'm not sharing.
what if
I'm
he
not
comes
sharing.
out innocent and then you start saying that, oh,
I'm
it's
not.
all
No,
corrupted, he paid
I'm
the judge,
sharing
this and that.
information. I'm sharing information. I personally believe he's guilty, but I haven't said for sure he's guilty. I personally believe it. The
What
judge
if
has
he's
got to
not
determine
guilty
his
at the
guilt.
end of the day? What would be your response? Would you apologize to him?
Would I apologize to him for being
Yeah,
not guilty?
like a public
I
apologies for
no,
all
no,
this time and
no,
effort trying to debunk his stuff.
no, because I've seen the evidence. If they beat the case, it's due to technicalities and procedural issues. I've seen
Okay, so
statements. I've seen his chat messages.
you're
No,
biased.
I've seen his chat messages off of his own device. So
How did you do that?
they're in the indictment and in the documents. We get them from Romania through
Okay.
their Freedom of Information Act. I've shared
Oh,
this.
okay, okay.
That's what my accountant does. You can go to my account. You can look at endless documents, endless snippets out of the documents. His own chat messages off of his own devices are part of the case files. A very
FYI, not
clearly
being found
detailed.
guilty in court doesn't mean you didn't do it. It just means
Exactly.
from a legal process you were found not guilty, or that there is insufficient evidence. And insufficient
Right.
evidence doesn't mean you didn't do it. It's just that there's insufficient evidence, and it can work both ways as well, where people are not guilty because they actually didn't do it, but they were able to find evidence and charge somebody. We've seen many cases like that.
Correct. Now, I don't believe he's going to be found guilty on every charge. Of course not. But I believe there are definitely some of the victims in the case, based on the evidence that I've seen, that I personally believe he will be found guilty on. But that does not mean that the information I'm sharing is false. Everything I've shared is factual. So I hope he sues me. I hope he sues me, and I hope he's listening, because I will drag all of his documents from all of his cases out into the public light if it ends up going to court.
Also,
That's going to be a worst
Crayons,
case scenario for you, Andrew.
Gadget, did you want to chime in as well while I bring up some other pro take guys?
All right,
Yeah,
thanks for
man.
having me.
Yeah, thanks, man. Gee, hey, I'm glad he came up, but I don't know why he did. But the thing I just want to point out, because it's something I've remarked a lot before. I've heard people say Andrew's a great debater. I mean, he can be very confident in a puff piece, kind of being fed questions from someone like Tucker Carlson, but he absolutely goes to war to any confrontation, and that was a really good example of it. I mean, just lying loudly and saying, no, that thing that is definitely true is not true is